is in the air, and the NFL season is in full swing, and we're underway here in Week 4. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. On 2nd and 9. Prescott dancing to his left. Pass caught. It's Romeo Doubs. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Prescott. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. Well, this defense for the Giants, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
From the 39, Prescott. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. That early game script that they drew up is working pretty well here on this first drive. Already in field goal range, Charles knocking on the door of the red zone.
You know, Brandon, when we met with the coaching staff, they kind of predicted that they would come out firing like this. I think you and I were a little skeptical that it'd be this easy, but they certainly knew what they were doing in scouting, in preparation, and understanding what their team was capable of.
On play action, Prescott. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. On 2nd down, it's Jones. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. One of the Jets sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Packers are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. fielded just outside the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Again, it's Barkley. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. The Giants had 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they moved back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
97. Check, man.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Trouble, 38.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's got this down to the 35. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to them.
They'll try the right side here. Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Watch out now, 50 Fury.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he stopped immediately there. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Trail it. Yellow. Cut.
Looking to throw. Jennings. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a fourth down.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments to prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. On 1st and 10, Prescott.
This one swung out here to Jones. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
The false start hurts him there a bit. Backs him up to 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
He's got the first down and more. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. The offense has to love that, because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. An inside give to Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Prescott now. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
They made a nice effort to stick it with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Now Prescott. And down he goes. A coverage sack. Took too long to get rid of it. Buried behind the line by Azeez Ojulari. And his kick here is good. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So a nice kick there as they add 3 to the lead.
And from what I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the two teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. A give to Barkley out of the gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Ready.
So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15.
Hey, check finger. Ready.
They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. And the is the 37 on third down.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Hey, no field. Ready.
Saquon Barkley running right. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Hey, go Fury.
Off play action. Jennings. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Jennings. And that will be incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Fairbairn is good. And that'll bring him back within 4.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And not an abundance of time remains on the clock, Charles, but you would think more than enough to try to extend this lead before intermission.
And when you're talking about extending the lead, I think you're talking about aiming for the end zone because there is plenty of time for that. The fallback is to get 3. But in your mind, you put 6 on the board right before the half. That's a heck of a dagger and great momentum to carry into the locker room.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Jones.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hekker to punt it away. And this will be taken at the 13. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line.
I don't know why, but it's always agonizing to me to see a guy make a mistake in this phase of the game because you can it's all on him. All eyes there. He's got a chance to make a punt return, and instead he ends up putting it on the carpet.
Puts it on the carpet. The little rubber pellets shoot up. Never a good sign for a returner on this field turf surface.
No, not at all. And a bunch of them go up when they're all trying to get to the football, don't they?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. Eluding the pressure right. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And it's caught. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal unit out there. And frustration going to set in as that is going to be how this first half will come to a close. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Giants set to get the football, and they trail here as we get back underway in the second half. Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Yellow, line. Eagle blue.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jennings. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
10 cycles. Smash, smash.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd and 2.
Striker, 3-3.
Play clock down to 2, and we get a signal and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Set, hut. On the ball. Hut.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 43 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the 2nd half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Red, cycle. Ultra. Go ultra. Set.
Off the play fake. Jennings. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off, but a nice game there for a 1st down.
On the set. Mega. Ready?
Here's a give to Barkley. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Steal. Check steal. Ready?
Barkley, inside handoff. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the 1st down.
Let's go. Hey.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. A handoff, Barkley running left, and he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Up the middle with Barkley. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Black Ultra. Yellow.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jennings. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. They're looking for Godwin, but it's intercepted. There he goes, right side. Past the 20. The disaster there, I mean, you saw it coming. The pressure gets knocked down, the interception.
Sometimes the best throw you make is the one you
don't make.
Exactly. Take care of the football. He'll also learn how to shrug his shoulders, take the proper slide steps to alleviate some of the pressure. But occasionally, like the one we just saw, sometimes just hold on to the football and take the hit.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. Here's Prescott. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, I mean, both offenses have clearly struggled throughout, so kind of fitting that it's another big defensive play that yields points here in the late going.
Yeah, really, both of these defenses have been up to the task throughout this game, and we haven't seen much in terms of offensive creativity or results. And there, not only does Sometimes the defense forces a turnover, but they have the presence of mind to take it back for 6 points.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Throwing again on second down. Prescott. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
On third down, it's Prescott. Got a man, it's Tunyon. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the drive takes him into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They'll go again to Jones. That's some strong running there as he's down just shy of the 20 on the edge of the red zone. 49 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now Jones. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with 2nd down coming up. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Jones going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds here. They're able to hold him to 3 there, and that leads to a 4th and goal. He got out of bounds, that's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And his kick is good. And in the 4th quarter, this game is tied. Well, we knew this had the potential to be a tight game, but with less than 3 minutes to play, couldn't be any tighter. We're all tied.
All locked up, right? And this next drive is going to tell us everything we need to know about this game, because I want to see how they come out with the football. Are they going to be aggressive and attack downfield? You still got a 2-minute warning to come up? Or are they going to be conservative and try and hold on and maybe just get to overtime?
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Again, it's Barkley. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. And now just 3 seconds before the 2-minute warning, they're going to call a timeout here defensively.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game.
Hey, check Megan.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. All tied up. Less than 2 minutes to go. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun. They run with Barkley. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At this stage, you've got to hustle. Got to get back to the line of scrimmage because you're saving that timeout to make sure you have a chance to get your kicker out there for the big shot.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11.
Right, 60. 22 needle.
A handoff to Barkley. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. And let's see, the Packers defensively 6 DBs, so a dime look on 3rd.
Could play coverage or bring pressure.
And that's into the hands of Gesicki. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. And he just clocked it. But the clock wasn't even moving. Well, that's one you don't see very often, a wasted down.
Second and 10.
The slot man in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Now Saquon Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
A loss of 1 brings up 3rd down and 11.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. This from 51 yards for the win. It's on target, and it's good. From 51 yards out, he drills it. And the Giants win the football game.
Well, Charles, we were treated to an excellent game today, capped off by that second-half comeback. This was a joy to watch.
Entertaining for us. Not so much to the team who let it happen.